Hey guys, I thought I would pop on and do two looks in one tutorial today, just using one palette. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Midnight Emergency palette. It is the new palette that was released for the holidays. You can get it on debenhams.com. This includes 4 full-size eyeshadows. You have AC/DC, you have Midnight 15, Midnight Rodeo, Midnight Cowboy, and you also have a full-size Midnight Cowboy lip Junkie and a little synthetic eyeshadow brush with Midnight Cowboy written on it. I just think it's fabulous. But what I really wanted to showcase with this palette is how to use it. That kind of sounds a bit silly because you think it's self-explanatory, but what I really kind of wanted to show you is how you can go from a daytime look, which I'm going to do first, to this more dramatic nighttime look, just using one palette, just using this palette. Now I know a lot of people are probably shy away from this palette purely because it does have 3 eyeshadows in it that are chock full of glitter, but as you can see, the glitter's really not that noticeable. If you apply it correctly, if you use a sticky primer, it's fine. So you can totally wear these eyeshadows during the day. You can also pop this palette in your bag and amp it up for nighttime, and I'm going to show you how to do that in 2 separate looks in this tutorial. So let's get started. I'll show you the daytime look first. Okay, so for the daytime part of this tutorial, I'm going to take a primer. I'm going to be using the Senna Totally Transforming Eyeshadow Primer in shade 1. The reason I'm going to use this as opposed to the Urban Decay Primer Potion is the fact that this is tacky and we're using some shadow with some glitter in it, so we really want it to stay on the eye and not everywhere else. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this. Now for the shadows, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Midnight Emergency palette. Comes with a little brush, so that's the brush I'm going to use because this is kind of supposed to be like an easy kind of wherever you are look, so we don't really need extra brushes. Comes with a perfectly nice one, and this is a good one actually because it's synthetic, as are all Urban Decay's brushes, so it doesn't actually pick up as much glitter as a real hair brush would, because the real hair brushes, the glitter gets caught in all the hairs, but this one it just kind of sweeps straight over the top of it, so that's quite good if you are worried about the glittery fallout. I'm going to be taking, the first colour I'm going to be taking is Midnight 15. Which is this one on the right here. And what I like to do, just as an extra measure, you don't have to do this if you're not too bothered about the fallout, you know, you don't have to bother with this, but I like to take a clean tissue like this and I just place it under my eye, and that's really all I'm going to do because after tapping the brush off, I'm just going to do that and then apply it to my lid. That's it, and that will stop any of the glittery fallout. So if you're worried about that, that's pretty much the easiest way. So I'm just going to take Midnight 15. So that's Midnight 15. I'll wipe that same brush off, and I'm going to be taking Midnight Cowboy, which is this one here on the end. Kind of a pinky colour. It looks a little bit like Sin from the Naked palette, but with glitter, obviously. But I don't really think the glitter notices that much. I think it just gives this very neutral look, a little bit of amp, so I think it's kind of acceptable. So I'm going to be taking Midnight Cowboy. Same brush, tap it off. You don't have to use all of the midnight colours in this palette for the daytime look, but I'm just showing you kind of what you can achieve with this palette. So bear in mind, you could just sweep one across the lid for the daytime look. It'd be totally fine. I just wanted to show you kind of the look that you could create if you wanted to use all of them. So Midnight Cowboy, same thing again. And we're just going to press that in the middle of the lid. Now for the final midnight colour for the daytime version of this look, I'm going to be taking Midnight Rodeo, which is the brown here. Just there. I really do like Midnight Rodeo. I think it's very, very pretty. It's a really nice kind of mid-tone chocolatey brown. We're going to do the same thing. Just going to make sure which side it is because I don't want to pack the side that had the glitter fall out onto my face. So right, okay. Take the same brush, and I am going to be taking Midnight Rodeo. And just using that at the outer portion, and this is going to give the definition to the look that we want, because even though it is a daytime look, you still want a little bit of definition, just a smidge, and I really like this colour. I think it's really nice. Okay, now for underneath the lower lash line, I'm going to take the same brush I've been using all along. I'm going to take Midnight Rodeo, which is the brown here, and then I'm going to take Midnight 15, and I'm just going to put those underneath the lower lash line. I'm going to put Midnight 15 in the inner corner, and I'm going to curl my lashes with the Urban Decay Revolution eyelash curlers. Apply my favourite mascara, which is the Urban Decay Cannonball Waterproof. If If you like to use a little bit of contour during the day, then go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the Smooch bronzer in Smooched. Okay, so that's contouring on. Now for blush, you can just leave it at that, seeing as this is the daytime look. You don't have to have some blush. I'm going to add some. I'm going to take my blush palette, and I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of Crystal Cafe from the Femme. This one here. Just a little bit, not too much. Just like that. Then finally for the lips, for the daytime look, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Lip Junkie, which comes in the kit. Like this. This is minty, it's really nice. Apply a little bit of that and you are good to go for the day. So that is the daytime portion of this tutorial. Now let's go on to the nighttime. Okay, so for nighttime, if you're at work and you've just decided you want to go out afterwards or you don't have time to go home, then I think this kit is a brilliant idea. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what you can do with it. The colour on the end that we didn't use for the daytime look is AC/DC. It is this beautiful kind of steel purpley violet colour. It's gorgeous. It is a really lovely colour without being too colourful, if you get what I mean. So you want to dust off your Urban Decay Midnight Emergency brush that comes in the palette. You want to dust that right off. And you want to take a little bit of AC/DC on the brush, and we are just going to pat that over the outer portion of our eye. Just like so. Just want to tap it. You don't want to shift around that glitter. This eyeshadow doesn't have any glitter in it, but you don't want to shift around the glitter from the other eyeshadows that we applied earlier on in the day. So just want to take that into the crease, just like that, and just round the outer portion, kind of creating a little V. And then up, just above the crease. Just like that. Then I'm going to run a little bit of AC/DC underneath the lower lash line. Just at the outer portion. Okay, so that's the shadow portion done to kind of make it a little bit smokier for the evening. And I'm going to take some liquid liner. This one is by Smooch. It's in ink, I believe, the colour. And I'm just going to line along my top lash line. If you've used a gel liner, then you can kind of just use that. You don't need to carry this around with you. This is kind of like an extra step for people that use liquid liner. I'm going to take a cold pencil. This one is Topshop's charcoal, and I'm just going to line the inner rim of my eye. Okay, so that is it for kind of glamming up the eyes for nighttime. A little bit of liquid liner, a little bit of the dark purple, a little bit of liner in the waterline. Leave the cheeks because they're fine. They don't really need anything doing to them. We're just going to change the lips. So we're going to wipe off the Midnight Cowboy lip gloss, if we've still got it on. I'm just going to take any lipstick, it doesn't matter. This one is by Satellite 3, it's Moon Landing. Put some of that on. And then over the top, once again, I'm just going to put some Midnight Cowboy Lip Junkie. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope that was helpful for you in deciding whether you want the Midnight Emergency palette or not. I definitely recommend it because I think there's a lot you can do with it. And don't be afraid of the glitter because that's just easily remedied just by tapping it off before you apply it to your eye and using a synthetic brush. So I really wouldn't worry about the glitter. You can easily kind of get rid of that. They're just lovely eyeshadows. I believe the eyeshadows in here are, yeah, they are. They're full-size eyeshadows, so it's 4 full-size eyeshadows and a full-size Lip Junkie. And one of the Urban Decay little brushes, which I just love. I think they're fab anyway. I have a couple of them and I think they're really nice. The products I used I will list down below in the description box. If you missed anything, go down there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That'll absolutely make my day, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, everyone.